All right, so if you watch my last video, you're probably going to be like, okay, Chris, well, what handgun do I buy? It's pretty simple. Buy one that you can get a holster for, because if you're buying a handgun, you're probably thinking about carrying it. If you are not thinking about carrying it, it's going to sit on your nightstand or inside of a safe, then you probably don't need a holster for it. Me personally, I'll always recommend appendix. I don't really think any of the other carrying styles either one apply to me or two benefit me in any way that I feel like would have a positive effect on my carrying ability. So I think appendix is the best for me. It's probably the best for you too. You kind of just have to figure out where works for you. People are always like, "Oh, how do you drive with it digging into your junk?" Me personally, I drive for well, my commute to and from work is about 45 minutes. So you know, sitting there for 45 minutes, I honestly don't even remember that my firearm is there. So it's all up to what works for you and what your body type is, right? So we're gonna go back to Tier One Concealed's website, and we're just gonna take a look here at their elite offerings, right? So you're gonna choose what hand, and this second part right here is where it says make model. Okay, so now this is where you think about, okay, do I want to carry a full size, subcompact, compact firearm? And that's really gonna be how you're gonna base it off of. But before you make this purchase of the holster and you do all your customization and stuff, you're gonna want to go shoot the firearm. You're gonna want to uh, you're going to want to feel it out and see if it's something that you even want to shoot, let alone trust your life with. So we're going to go through here and go through the options now, and we're going to see, okay, so Beretta, decent. Um, with rail, with rails, if you're going to carry a light, that's also going to be something that you're going to have to consider. Um, let's see. Beretta is a good choice. Bull Armory, maybe. Canic, I hear that Canics are good. Um, there's people out there that carry them, and that's fine. CZ, yes. FN, any of the FN offerings, I mean, you get what you pay for. I mean, all these guns are pretty much in the same category of area. You're paying anywhere from, on the low end, $400 to the upper end of $2,000. So it really just depends. If you're going to carry a gun that costs $2,000, just make sure that you can replace it if you have to use it and it gets confiscated by law enforcement. That's just something to take into consideration when going through this list as well. Okay. Glock, you cannot go wrong with any of them, but you have to consider if you want to carry, well, one, the frame size, like I was saying, full, sub, or compact, and then you also have to consider the caliber. I'm not going to go into the debate. I carry 9mm. I like 9mm. 9mm works. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which one you're going to go through. It doesn't really matter which one you're going to go through or pick from, as long as you're going to train with it effectively. Okay. Let's see. HK. PSA dagger. PSAs are fine. They're cheap. A lot of these firearms I haven't shot either. This is just my plethora of research and getting other people's opinions and collecting that. Okay. Well, really, that doesn't matter. I'll go back to what I said earlier about how it doesn't really matter about what you're carrying so long as you're proficient with it and willing to deploy it, need that time ever come. Hopefully it doesn't, for your sake or mine. Okay. And another thing with these firearms too is you can, like I said, before you make the purchase of the holster, you have to go and shoot it and see if you even like it. Does it fit in your hand? Can you manage the recoil? All of those things matter. Shadow systems are cool. SIG, no. Smith & Wesson, yes. Springfield, yes. Staccato, like I said, if you can afford that $2,000 handgun and you can replace it, need it get confiscated, then sure, go for it. Walters are cool, and 1911s. If you're into 1911s, those are cool. 2011s are cooler. Those are the elites, and then those are the offerings for that. Now we'll take a look at the slim offerings. Obviously, if they offer the elite, if they offer an elite version and not the slim, you're gonna have to look and see which one will benefit you more. If your back is bigger than the average person, then I would go with the elite because it has more concealment properties added into it. You can also make the slim work if that's what you would prefer. Let's see, a lot of different types of models in here. They added the there's the P01, SP01, Mechanic TP9s, Berettas, the 509s are in there, the Glocks are in there, the HKs are in there, the SIGs, no. Smith & Wessons are in there. Springfields are in there. And yeah, the Staccatos are in there. Walters are in there. Zevs, 1911s, right? And it says here, we have started migrating weapon configurations so that the Axis Slim and Elite share will only be available in Elite. So if you cannot find your make and model here, make sure you check the Axis Elite. So like I was saying before, they're going to be moving to the Elite. So I would even go as far to say as I would update my holster and get the Elite version just for that better concealability and comfort. But it works for me now, so I probably won't do that change in the near future. Need them finally port over the B07 to the Elite model. But so just to recap, if you're going to buy a firearm and if you want to appendix carry it, I recommend Tier 1. There are also other great companies out there. I know that there's Alien Gear, there's T-Rex Arms. There are also great holster companies that are out there doing the same thing. This is just my personal experience. Make sure that when you do go out, before you do make the purchase, you go and test fire these firearms and make sure that they're right fit for you and your needs. Okay. So yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, appreciate it, and we will be back another time. Bye.